Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm going to share with you the tools and equipment that I use when making my DIY products at home and even the products that I sell. So I hope you find this list helpful. If you're new to making skincare products or DIYs, I have a list of items that I use all the time, and it should help you out if you're just getting started. And if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Esther and I make DIY natural hair and skincare videos. So first up are my glass beakers. I use this for so many things that I make. They are very well made. I love to use it for my lotions, creams, hair products when I make them. I use them for almost everything. But of course, depending on what set you get, some of them have a set of 3, a set of 5. The ones that I got from Amazon, and I like the fact that it has smaller sizes. So when I mix up like fragrances or preservatives, I like the smaller sizes. But of course, you don't have to get started using glass beakers. Any sturdy glass container will do. I also use these as well. These are very sturdy as well. I use this for making my body butters, but just get a well-made glass container and you should be fine. Next is my handheld mixer. If you're planning on making body butters, you can start off with a handheld mixer. You don't have to spend a lot of money getting a stand mixer. If you're making your own DIYs at home, you're not selling products, the handheld mixer is more than okay for you to get started. And even if you have a business, I use my hand mixer more than I use my stand mixer, but it depends on you. This is really inexpensive and I've had this for over 2 years and it's still going strong. So just pick whatever works for you, handheld mixer or stand mixer. Next is my Immersion blender. If you've watched any of my other videos, I use this a lot when making my lotions, my creams, and even soap. This is a must-have if you plan on making lotions and creams. The beauty of this Immersion blender that I have, it also has other attachments. It has a whisk attachment that you can use to whip up like a body butter, a very small batch. It has a little mixing tool like a frother that you can use to mix up like little solutions here and there. So this is a really good one. This is a 3-in-1 set, but of course if you're getting started, you don't have to start off with this one. There are so many other options online. So next are my weighing scales. I have 2. This is my pocket scale. This is for small production or just making small DIYs, but it's also a very precise scale. So you can get either or. This has a weight limit of 500 grams. The next scale that I have, this is my larger scale. So I use this when I'm making soap or just larger products that I have to make. If I have a large amount of body butter, I'll use this. So either of the scales are perfectly fine. So next on my list is a pH meter. To take the pH effectively and accurately of any skincare product that you're making, you are going to need a pH meter. There are so many online and it can get confusing, but just choose a good quality pH meter. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something that's able to read the pH level when you test out your products. You can also use pH strips. I really don't like to use those, but if you're just making your own DIYs at home, the pH strips are fine. But if you are selling your products, I would recommend you get a pH meter because those are much more accurate and effective. Next is my temperature gun. I use this when I make my lotions just to see where the temperature is at before I combine both my mixtures together. And I also use this when I'm making soap. Of course, if you don't plan on making any of these products, then you don't have to buy one, but it's a very handy tool and there are so many options on Amazon as well. I also recommend disinfecting wipes and rubbing alcohol. I recommend the 70% rubbing alcohol. Whenever you're making your skincare products, you want to make sure your surfaces are sanitized, disinfected. So just whatever you're able to get for your disinfecting wipes would be sufficient. And then I'm also moving on to my pipettes and my craft sticks. I like to use the pipettes when I'm using my preservatives, fragrance oils, essential oils. This is just an easy, convenient way to do this. And then I have the craft sticks. These I get from my local dollar store. These are disposable. I just use it to stir my mixtures, whatever I'm mixing together, and then I just chunk it when I'm done. I also recommend hand gloves. Of course, if you're making your products at home for yourself, just keep your hands clean and sanitized. But if you are selling your products, I recommend you use hand gloves. And then I also use disposable hair nets. You just want to cover up your hair when you're making your products, so that way no hair gets into your finished product, because that can be gross. But you can also use the hair nets that you can wash if you don't want to get the disposable ones. And then I also like these lint free wipes. These are dry wipes, but they are lint free. So the way I use them, when I finish making my products and I want to spray down my containers, I just spray it with rubbing alcohol. Then I use these wipes. These wipes are amazing because they don't leave any residue on your containers, no lint. So this is a good option to use. Next are my goggles. I use this when I'm making cold processed soap to protect my eyes from the light solution. But if you have no plans of making cold processed soap, then don't worry about getting goggles because you're not going to need them. Next thing I use my crock pot. I use this to infuse my herbs when I'm making like my butters, even my soap. If you have a crock pot, don't use the one that you use for eating to make your skincare products. You would need a separate one. But I find using a crock pot to infuse my oils so stress-free. So I hope you found this list helpful, useful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or recommendations for equipment and tools that you use. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new videos that I upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.